Welcome to this week's edition of the Union Song Club. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we will begin.
We are going to start off this edition of the Union Song Club, because it is May Day today, with Billy Bragg's version of the Internationale. Now, most of you will know, because I'm sure you've done your history, that May Day as International Workers' Day actually originated in the United States. And it came about because of a mass demonstration in 1886 in Chicago in the Haymarket, where the forces of the state, I think, set about the workers, and there were injuries and indeed deaths. But you've got to imagine at the time that America was basically like a building site that sucked in immigrants from the whole of Europe. And these were young, vibrant people that brought with them the traditions of the European labour movement. And the American Federation of Labour was campaigning to try to have an 8-hour day because clearly they were being taken advantage of. And this eventually got taken up at the founding conference of the Second International, the Socialist International, that was founded at a conference in 1889 in Paris. And indeed, Engels was one of the principal speakers at that conference. As it happens, the conference also had a delegate from Birmingham Trades Council in attendance, and I know that because at one time I was the secretary of Birmingham Trades Council. So I'm rather proud that Birmingham had a representative at that conference in Paris in 1889. And that took up the demand that May the 1st should be a workers' day, where workers should go on strike in pursuance of the objective of an 8-hour day maximum. And can I say, I do think that there's lessons still to be had from that campaign, because unfortunately there's still a lot of workers who don't have an 8-hour day. But one of the lessons for me, of course, is that they correctly demanded an international minimum labour condition. And perhaps we ought to focus on that in the coming period. More international minimum labour conditions in order to have a trading arrangement. Because unfortunately, of course, with Brexit, if it ever gets anywhere, do you remember that term, Brexit? They're looking to have a race to the bottom in order to make Britain more competitive by having worse labour conditions. So we should fight against that. The other thing I will say, the Internationale, and somebody says I talk too much, but I just like to put into context where these songs come from. The Internationale is a song that is sung in many different languages to the same tune. And indeed, at some international conferences, all of the different delegations will sing the Internationale in their own particular language, and it all harmonizes. Can I say that some years ago, I used to take delegations to Paris to the Fête de l'Humanité, and on a Friday we'd have a conference with the CGT, the Confédération Générale du Travail. And on one occasion, I took 4 coachloads, 200 people to Paris, which I think is still the biggest international trade union delegation from Britain ever.
Arise, ye workers, from your slumbers. Arise, ye prisoners of want. For reason and revolt now thunders, and at last ends the age of cant. Away with all your superstition, servile masses, arise, arise. We'll change henceforth the old tradition, we'll spurn the dust to win the prize. Ah, so comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. Ah, so comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. No more deluded by reaction, on tyrants only will make war. The soldiers too will take strike action, they'll break ranks, they'll fight no more. And if those cannibals keep trying to sacrifice us to their pride, they soon shall hear the bullets flying. We'll shoot the generals on our own side. Ah, so comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. Ah, so comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race.
13-year-old girls, a group of them, who were walking along, going home from the Fete Humanitae. And of course I thought, you just wouldn't get that in the UK, would you? And the other thing was that when I was in Paris organising this conference with the CGT, we had a gap in the programme because somebody didn't turn up. And I had to give this impromptu talk about the historical differences between the way the French trade union movement and the British trade union movement had developed. Because most British trade unionists are absolutely gobsmacked when they try and get their heads around how the French trade union movement operates, because you've just got to go across the channel, and the trade union movement in France has a completely different outlook and structure and arrangement. And it's about as different in France as it could be anywhere. So if you want to understand the differences in trade unionism, it's easy enough to get to France and consider things there. I can also say that when I did my impromptu talk, I took great delight in pointing out to the general secretaries of French trade unions that we in Britain had managed to cut the head off of our king at least 150 years before the French got round to doing it to theirs. Maybe a little bit of nationalism showing through, and I don't actually like nationalism, but there we are. Anyway, the next song has been requested by Sammy Morris, and this is the great Christy Moore singing Viva la Quinta Brigada.
And 10 years before I saw the light of morn, a comradeship of heroes was laid. From every corner of the world came sailing the 15th International Brigade. They came to stand beside the Spanish people to try and stem the rising fascist tide. Franco's allies were the powerful and wealthy. Frank Ryan's men came from the other side. Even the olives were bleeding as the battle for Madrid had thundered on, to root and love against the force of evil, brotherhood against the fascist blood. Viva la Quinta Brigada, no pass around the flags that made him fun, and the Let us remember them tonight. Bob Hillard was the Church of Ireland pastor. From Killarney across the Pyrenees he came. From there he came a brave young Christian brother. Side by side they fought and died in Spain. And Tommy Woods at 17 died in Cordova. With the Vienna he learned to hold the gun. From Dublin to the Via del Rio, where they fought and died beneath the Spanish sun. Viva la Quinta Brigada, no pass around the pledge that made him fight. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember them tonight. When the Irishman heard the call of Franco, joined Hitler and Mussolini too. The propaganda from the pulpit and newspapers had dug the field to gather on his crew. And the word came from the church support the Nazis. Men at love they failed again. The bishops blessed the blue shirts down in Galway as they sailed beneath the swastika to Spain. Viva the Quinta Brigada, no pass around the pledge that made him fight. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember them tonight. And this song is a tribute to Frank Riley, to Conway and Vinnie Cody too, Peter Daly, Charlie Reagan and Hugh Bonner. So many died and but never fear. Danny Boyle, Leslie Brown and Charlie Dundee, Liam Tomlinson and Jim Straney from Short Strand, Jack Nelty, Tommy Patton and Frank Conroy, Jim Foley, Tony Fox and Dick O'Neill. Viva la Quinta Brigada, no pass around the pledge that made it fun. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember them tonight. Viva la Quinta Brigada, let us remember them tonight. Viva la Quinta Brigada, let us remember them tonight. Viva la Quinta Brigada, let us remember them.
As this is May Day, I put in a picture from Sammy Morris holding the flag, which he sent round as part of his May Day greetings. And you'll be pleased to know that we will now have the Italian song Bandiera Rossa, and then we will immediately move into Sammy Morris's weekly jokes, our very own member and doyen of Glasgow humour.
Bandiera rossa, Hello everybody, Sammy Morris here with some wee stories for you. I'll start off with a story a friend of mine, a dear friend Alan Campbell told me. Alan goes to the gym regular and he trains along with a lad who happens to be the doctor for a Partick Thistle football team. Anyway, I don't know if you remember John Lambie. John Lambie was the manager of Thistle for many years. And Partick Thistle had got a new sponsor. So Lambie was going round the dressing room, speak to the players, saying, what size of boot do you take? What size of boot do you take? What size of boot do you take? Comes to this young boy, he says, what size of boot do you take? The boy says, oh, I don't know. You don't know what size of fucking boot you take? And the boy says, oh no, my mammy buys my boots. Your mammy buys your boots? He says, well, what size of shoe do you take? He says, oh, we get shoes as well. I was reading a wee story the other day there about Robert De Niro. He's making a movie on the life of Harold Shipman, and the movie's going to be called The Old Deer Hunter. This lad goes into a butcher's, deaf mute goes into a butcher's. He gets to the counter and he's doing this, like playing the piano. The butcher's scratching his head, hasn't a clue what the boy's wanting. And a voice for the queue says, he wants liver Archie. Another boy, he goes into a fishmonger and he's got a big salmon hanging out his pocket. And he says to the fishmonger, he says, do you sell fish cakes? Fishmonger says, we certainly do, sir. He says, that's great because it's his birthday today. Don't you remember the old pulleys and the old council houses? Well, this wee woman, her pulley's broke. So she phones up the council to get a joiner to fix the pulley. So this apprentice comes round and fixes the pulley and he says to the woman, right, missus, that's it, you can get your clothes up now. So I normally just give him a half bottle. There's this blind man who does all these stunts for charity, collect money for different charities. And his latest stunt is a free fall parachute jump. So he's on the Esther Ranson show and she's interviewing him. She said, that must be very dangerous. He said, oh, no, that's not a problem. She said, well, could you talk us through it? She said, certainly. So what happens is, I get to 20,000 feet. I get to the door, somebody gives me a shove. I count to 30, pull the ripcord, parachute opens, no problem. She said, how do you know when you're going to hit the deck? He said, that's even easier. He said, the dog gives a yelp and the leash goes slack. There was a trade union meeting, it's a true story about it, a trade union meeting, a report back from the wage negotiations. So the branch secretary gives his report, and the chairman says, right, any questions, any contributions? This old lad at the back of the hall put his hand up. He said, well, I'd like to thank the branch secretary for a very comprehensive report on the negotiations, and I would like to move quo vadis. And the chairman looks at the secretary looks up, standing orders, and he said, do you know what I mean, the status quo, brother? He says, no, I mean quo vadis. You bastards have just fed us to the lions again. There's an old tramp outside a pub. Standing outside a pub, he's got a garden cane with a wee bit of string and a safety pin. And he's got it dipped in a puddle. And this boy comes along and he sees him and he says, how you doing, father? Come on, I'll buy you a wee half. So he takes the old boy into the pub. He gets him a half and a half pint and he says to him, how many have you caught today, father? He said, you're the fifth. I'll finish off with a wee quick one. Did you hear about the three-legged cowboy dog? I went into the saloon and said, I've come in for the man who shot my pa. Well, I hope you all keep safe and obey the rules. And remember, wee Nicola will kick your arse if you're breaking the curfews. Take care. Hope to see you next week. All the best. Bye.
We're now going to move ahead with a song which is a particular favourite of mine, and that is McAlpine's Fusiliers. It was written by Dominic Behan, who was based in Glasgow until his death, I think in 1989. As you will know, the brother of Brendan Behan, and for all of his life, Dominic Behan was a supporter of the official IRA and the Workers' Party. And we're going to immediately follow that with Pete Seeger singing Hold the Fort.
It was in the year of 39, when the sky was full of lead, when Hitler was heading for Poland, and Paddy for Holyhead. Come all you pincher laddies, and you long-distance men, don't ever work for McAlpine, for Wimpy or John Lang. For you'll stand behind the mixer till your skin is turned to tan, and they'll say good on you, Paddy, with your boat fare in your hand. Oh, the crack was good in Cricklewood, and they wouldn't leave the crown. With the glasses flying and biddies crying, sure Paddy was going to tell. Oh, mother dear, I'm over here, I never will come back. What keeps me here is the rake of beer, the ladies and the crack. Oh, as down the glen came McAlpine's men, with their shovels slung behind them. 'Twas in the pub, they drank the sub, and up in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood, and they washed down mud, with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again, with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I've stripped to the skin with the Dalkey Flynn, way down upon the Isle of Rain. With the horse-faced tool, then I knew the rule, no money if you stopped for rain. When McAlpine God with a well-filled hod, your shoulders cut to bits and seared. And woe to he went to look for tea with the McAlpine's Fusiliers. I remember the day that the Bear O'Shea fell into a concrete stairs. What the horse-face said when he saw him dead, well, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a navvy short with the one retort that reached on to my ears. When the going is rough, well, you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I've worked till the sweat it has had me pet with a Russian, Czech and Pole. On shuttering jammed up in the hydro dams or underneath the Thames in a hole. I've grafted hard and I've got me cards and many a ganger's fist across me ears. If you pride of your life, don't join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers.
Hold the fort, for we are coming, Union men. our numbers still increasing, hear the bugles blow. By our union we shall triumph over every foe. All aboard, for we are coming, Union men be strong. Side by side we battle onward, victory will come. All aboard, for we are coming, Union men be strong. Side by side we battle onward, victory will come.
We have another Pete Seeger song, which is Which Side Are You On?, which is about the coal strike in Harlan County in the early 1930s. And it was actually written by a woman activist who was a daughter of a coal miner. She was the one who put the words together. And then we're going to follow that straight away with the Nottingham Clarion Choir. I think they're women singers just performing this song, which is We Are Women, We Are Strong, one of the greatest songs that came out of the 1984 strike, NUM strike in this country.
Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? My daddy was a miner, and I'm a miner's son. He'll be with you, fellow workers, until this battle's won. Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Sing it! Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you stand it? Tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab, or will you be a man? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Come, all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on?
Next song was written in 1984 by Mark Finch. It was widely sung during the miners' strike and then became the official anthem of the Women Against Pit Closures campaign. Looking back, it recognises the significant contribution of women to the struggle for survival in their mining communities. Looking forward, it celebrates the strength and political potential of women. So here we go with the women of the working class.
We are women, we are strong, we are fighting for our lives, side by side with our men who work the nation's mines. United by the struggle, united by the past, and it's here we go, for the women of the working class. We don't need government approval for anything we do. We don't need their permission to have a point of view. We don't need anyone to tell us what to think or say. We've strength enough and wisdom of our own to go our own way. We are women, we are strong, we are fighting for our lives, side by side with our men who work the nation's mines. United by the struggle, united by the past, and it's here we go, for the women of the working class. They talk about statistics, about the price of coal. The cost is our communities dying on the dole. In fighting for a future, found ways to organise. Where women's liberation failed to move, this strike has mobilised. We are women, we are strong, we are fighting for our lives, side by side with our men who work the nation's mines. United by the struggle, united by the past, and it's here we go, for the women of the working class. Ours is the unity that threats can never breach. Ours an education books and schools could never teach. We face the taunts and the violence of Thatcher's coats in blue. When you're fighting for survival, you've got nothing left to lose. We are women, we are strong, we are fighting for our lives, side by side with our men who work the nation's mines. United by the struggle, united by the past, and it's here we go, for the women of the working class, and it's here we go, for the women of the working class.
We are now coming to the end of this week's Union Song Club. We will be playing the Red Flag from Billy Bragg as our closing song. But then after that, I'm going to put in a video that was produced initially for my union branch about the Unite Phone Buddies system, which some of you might want to take up in your own unions or via your own union branches. Can I say that the next Union Song Club will be in a fortnight because I'm having a break next week, but we hope to come back with all new songs for you. And I've also had, from my friend Alan Sinclair, the full version of the Woody Guthrie song, This Land Is Your Land, and I will play that the next time we produce an online Union Song Club.
The people's flag is deepest red, it shrouded off the martyred dead. And ere the limbs grew stiff and cold, their heart's blood died in every fold. Then raised the scarlet standard high, beneath its folds we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here. It waves above our infant night, when all our heads seem dark as night.
It witnessed many a beaten bow, we mustn't change its colour now.
Raise the scarlet standard high, beneath its foes we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here. It well recalls the triumphs past, it gives the hope of peace at last. The banner bright, the symbol plain of human right and human gain.
Raise the scarlet standard high, beneath its foes we'll live and die.
Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here.
His minds are fixed on health and place. To cringe beneath the rich man's frown and haul that sacred emblem down.
Raise the scarlet standard high, beneath its foes we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here. With heads uncovered, swear we all to bear it onward till we fall. Come dungeons dark or gallows grim, this song shall be our parting hymn. Raise the scarlet standard high, beneath its foes we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here.
Hi, I'm Irene Graham, one of the branch committee members, and I want to tell you about our branch's phone buddy system. We've set this up to reach out to our members during the COVID-19 lockdown. What we want to do is just say hi to our branch members during this difficult period. We've got a phone script that helps us to know what questions to ask, but basically what we want to know is, are they doing okay? Do they need any help? Do they have support? We offer them a weekly call. We make sure we tell them about our Unite's own helpline so that they can contact them if they need anything practical. The reaction has been fantastic. People really welcome the call and they're glad that the branch has reached out to them. The thing is though that we've got over 2,000 members that we've got phone numbers for, and there's only 12 of us doing the phoning. So what we'd love to happen is we'd love a few more of you to join in as phone buddies. If you're interested in becoming a phone buddy, contact Mick Rice, our secretary. If you're not sure and you want to have a wee chat about it, then contact me, Irene Graham. Thanks very much. I hope a few more of you join as phone buddies.
Unite knows how to organise in the workplace, but now, with many members on lockdown, we need to find a new way to keep in touch. Retired members can lead the way. We no longer have workplaces to attend and have had to find other ways to maintain contact. Our members are also some of the most vulnerable to COVID-19. We sorted out our branch members into all those with telephone contact details, and then we did a postcode sort in order to group them into neighbourhoods. We then asked our members to sign up to become Unite phone buddies, to phone around 10 to 20 local members to see how they were coping. The response has been fantastic. Nearly everyone had adequate local support arrangements in place, but everyone was hugely pleased that their union had not forgotten them at this difficult time. Maybe Unite centrally could do the same with the national database and cross-reference it so that the stewards and activists are highlighted. They could then be emailed a local list of members to telephone with a prepared script. The database could be updated with information feedback. Actually, this would be quite useful, judging by some of the wrong information we found. Our activists would have something useful to do during lockdown. Our ordinary members will all be hugely pleased that their union bothered to contact them. Organise the members. Build solidarity. Health for all, not wealth for a few. Sign up to be a phone buddy by clicking the button on the email.